If you're chasing her, texting all the time, buying flowers, trying to prove you're worth it, you've already lost. The moment you fight for her attention, you put yourself beneath her, and no woman craves what she already controls. Machiavelli said, "A wise man makes others seek him, not the other way around." In attraction, that's lethal. Imagine walking into a room. You say nothing, but her eyes find you. She feels the pull, the curiosity, the tension she can't explain. That's not luck. That's design. Today, you'll learn 10 Machiavellian principles to dominate a woman's attention, to spark her desire, to make her compete for you, instead of you chasing her. And principle number 7, most men will never dare to use it, because it will keep her thinking about you all night, even if you've never touched her. This is not a pickup guide. It's not about being a nice guy. This is about power, the kind that lives in her mind and refuses to leave. By the end of this video, you'll know how to control the frame, create magnetic scarcity, and make her work to enter your world, without you ever begging for attention. It all starts with the first principle. Miss this one, and nothing else will work. When you lose the frame, you lose the game. The frame is the reality of the conversation. It's the set of unspoken rules. Who is leading, who is following, who is reacting, and who is setting the pace. Most men give it up without even knowing. They answer every question. They adjust to her mood. They let her decide the tone, and they think they're being polite. But here's the truth. The person who controls the frame controls the outcome. If you're always reacting, she's the one leading. And if she's leading, she's not chasing you. Control the frame by deciding the energy. You set the pace. You choose the topics. You redirect when needed. If she tries to pull you into her drama, you don't follow. If she asks a loaded question, you answer on your terms, or you flip it back to her. Example, she asks, "Why are you single?" Most men start defending themselves. A man in control smiles and says, "Because I'm selective. Why do you ask?" That's not arrogance. That's ownership. Control isn't about talking more. It's about letting her step into your world, not you stepping into hers. When you hold the frame, every interaction happens in your reality. And in your reality, you're the prize. Never forget, people fight to be part of a reality they can't control. If she can't fully control you, she'll start competing to earn your attention. Women will test you, not always on purpose, but always for a reason. She wants to know, are you solid, or are you just pretending? These tests can be small. A sarcastic comment, a delayed reply, a playful insult, or they can be big. She gets moody for no reason. She questions your intentions. She pushes to see how far she can go. Most men fail instantly. They get defensive. They over-explain. They try to fix it. The moment you react, you hand her the frame. You prove her emotions control you. A Machiavellian man doesn't bite. He stays calm. He slows down his breathing. He speaks less. He keeps his tone steady. If she's cold, you stay warm, but not needy. If she's playful, you match it, but never chase it. When you don't react, you send a clear message. I lead myself. Your emotions don't decide my actions. And here's the twist. The less you react, the more she invests. Because now, she's curious. She's wondering, why can't I shake him? You've just flipped the power. You're not chasing her approval. She's chasing your stability. Now, if you can pass her tests, the next step will make her see you as rare, high value, and in demand. And scarcity is something the human brain is wired to crave. That's principle number 3. The more available something is, the less we value it. It's the same with people. If you're always there, always answering instantly, always saying yes, you become background noise. Scarcity triggers desire. When your time is limited, when your attention is selective, you become high value. This doesn't mean ignoring her. It means being intentional. It means having a life so full, she has to earn her place in it. Respond when it suits you. Make plans that don't revolve around her. Show that your time is your most precious resource. When she feels she might lose access to you, her investment goes up. She texts first. She tries harder. She competes with the other parts of your life. This is pure Machiavelli. Power is not in chasing. It's in being the thing they can't fully have. Scarcity makes her see you as rare, and rare is irresistible. But scarcity alone won't keep her attention. To make her truly obsessed, you have to plant something deeper, a question she can't stop thinking about. That's principle number 4. Predictability kills desire. If she can read you like a book, she'll put it down. Mystery is fuel. It keeps her mind working long after the conversation ends. You don't need to lie. You don't need to play games. You just don't give her everything. Leave some questions unanswered. Let your stories trail off. Hint at things without explaining them. When she asks, "What did you mean by that?" Smile. Change the subject. This isn't about being cold. It's about letting her imagination work for you. And here's the truth. Her imagination is far more powerful than anything you could say directly. The less she knows, the more she wants to find out. The more she wants to find out, the deeper she's pulled in. Mystery makes her chase clarity. And the chase is where desire lives. Now imagine combining mystery with visible proof that other people want you too. That's when her competitive side kicks in. And that's principle number 5. People want what others already want. It's human nature. When she sees you're valued by others, her mind says, there must be a reason. Social proof isn't bragging. It's showing, without saying, that you have options. Spend time with people who respect you. Be seen with women who admire you. Let others speak well of you. If she notices other women enjoy your company, she'll start to compete, even if she didn't before. It's not jealousy. It's instinct. Machiavelli knew status attracts status, and attention attracts more attention. But here's the key. Social proof only works if you stay in control of the reality she steps into, which is exactly what principle number 6 is about. Because once she's inside your world, you must lead that world. If you let her take control, everything else you've built collapses. That's principle number 6. If you're not leading, you're following. And in attraction, followers don't inspire desire. Leading the reality means you decide where the interaction goes. You choose the pace. You set the tone. Most men let her guide the conversation. They answer every question directly. They go where she wants to go. They do what she suggests. It feels polite. It feels safe. But it puts you in the passenger seat. A Machiavellian man never gives up the driver's seat. If the topic's going nowhere, he changes it. If the energy's low, he lifts it. If the vibe's wrong, he redirects it. Leading doesn't mean controlling her. It means controlling yourself and the reality she steps into. When you lead, she feels safe. She feels intrigued. She feels like she's stepped into a world worth staying in. And once she's in, you can start pulling her deeper. Because the next principle is dangerous. It's the push and pull of desire. And if you get it right, she'll think about you when she's with other men. That's principle number 7. Give too much. She loses interest. Give nothing. She loses connection. Desire lives in the space between. Push-pull is the art of mixing warmth with just enough distance. One moment, you're fully present, engaged, making her feel like the only woman in the world. The next, you pull back. You focus on something else. You let her feel your absence. This rhythm creates emotional waves. Highs she wants to feel again. Lows that make her chase the next high. Most men only push or only pull. That's why they fail. A Machiavellian man does both, and he does it with purpose. It's not manipulation. It's mastery of timing. When you get it right, she's hooked, even if she doesn't know why. And once you've got her hooked, the strongest move isn't more words. It's silence. Strategic, calculated silence. That's principle number 8. Silence makes people uncomfortable, and in that discomfort, they reveal themselves. Most men fear silence. They rush to fill it with words, jokes, explanations, anything to avoid the tension. But tension is where desire grows. Strategic silence is different. It's intentional. It's controlled. It's leaving space so she leans in. You make a statement and stop talking. You let her mind process. You let her imagination work. When you pause, she starts wondering what you're thinking. And once she starts wondering, she's investing. The man who can sit in silence signals power, patience, confidence. Silence doesn't weaken your presence. It amplifies it. And nothing amplifies your presence more than knowing you can walk away at any moment. That's principle number 9. The man who can't walk away is the man who's already lost. If you're afraid to lose her, she has the power. If you can leave, you hold the power. Walking away isn't about ego. It's about self-respect. It's knowing your value. Doesn't depend on her staying. When you have this mindset, you negotiate differently. You interact differently. You carry yourself differently. And she feels it. She knows you're there by choice, not by need. That choice makes you rare. It makes you unpredictable. It makes her wonder if she's doing enough to keep you. Never be the man who clings. Be the man who can close the door and keep moving forward. And when you have that power, the final principle locks it all in. It turns you from an option into the prize she's chasing. That's principle number 10. Most men act like they're auditioning, trying to prove they're worthy, trying to earn her approval. The prize never chases. The prize never begs. The prize is pursued. Being the prize means you build a life worth competing for. You focus on your mission. You grow your value. You live with purpose. When you live this way, you don't need to convince her of anything. She sees it. She feels it. Women are drawn to men whose attention must be earned, men who know their worth, men who could walk away but choose to stay. The prize doesn't lower its standards. It makes others rise to meet them. When you are the prize, the dynamic shifts forever. She's not wondering if you like her. She's wondering if she measures up. And that's when you've won the game. You don't need to chase. You don't need to perform. You don't need to beg for attention. You need to live in a way that makes attention come to you. Let's recap. 1. Control the frame. Own the reality. Lead the interaction. 2. Never react to emotional tests. Stay calm. Stay unshaken. 3. Scarcity creates value. Make your time rare. Make her earn it. 4. Plant the seed of mystery. Give her questions, not answers. 5. Social proof is your leverage. Show you're wanted, without saying a word. 6. Lead the reality. Be the driver, not the passenger. 7. The push-pull of desire. Mix warmth with distance. 8. Strategic silence. Let tension work for you. 9. Always have the power to walk away. Never cling. Always choose. 10. Be the prize. Live a life worth competing for. If you master these, you won't be chasing women. They'll be chasing you. They'll compete for your attention. They'll work to stay in your world. And they'll never forget you. If you found yourself rethinking the way you approach women, comment Machiavelli below. That tells me you're ready for more. And if you want to go even deeper into the psychology of attraction and power, hit subscribe now, because the next video will show you how to make her invest in you before you invest in her. This isn't a game of chance, it's a game of power. And now, you know the rules.